Welcome back to the Total Athlete Vlog, the vlog where we are working towards sprinting faster, jumping higher, and lifting heavier as recreational athletes. So today's session was lower body focused, jumps, cleans, squats, and calf raises. I started off this session with squatted plyos, varying jumping for height, jumping for distance, tried to mix in a little bit of unilateral and bilateral stuff. Just so I'm getting a variety of different types of jumps in with all of my training. So adding the constraint of these plyosoft boxes to jump over, like one stacked on its side vertically, one stacked on its side horizontally, really increases how much you have to, or how high you have to jump in order to clear the box. It's one thing to say you have to jump as high as you possibly can, and it's another thing entirely to say you have to jump as high as you possibly can or your foot is going to clip this box and you could potentially trip over and hurt yourself. It just makes the jump a lot more stimulating and effective. I also combined with a 10 kilo kettlebell, which you're seeing on these ones, and I was also alternating between doing like a controlled bounce in between versus just going straight away every single jump and not having a controlled bounce. So a lot of mixture of all the jumps. Tried to throw in a backflip there as well for the charity challenge that I'm doing at the moment for November. Trying to land it as clean as possible, but haven't been doing backflips in a little while, so got pretty close to landing it clean on a few of those, but that was probably the cleanest one I got today. Then after the backflips, I was just doing a broad jump with a height constraint. So broad jump, obviously you're trying to jump as far horizontally as you can, but when you add a vertical height constraint as well, so for example this box, this plyosoft box, then it just means you have to jump high and far at the same time, and it really increases the complexity and the difficulty. And I almost stacked it a few times because the floor in my garage is pretty darn slippery, but hey, it's all proprioceptive work. Then I moved into some cleans from the block. The complex today was 1+1 power clean plus full clean, and I did hit a PR. I hit 120 kilograms, which is 2.5 kilo PR if I'm not mistaken. It's actually a completely new PR for this complex because I've never actually measured this complex, especially not from the blocks as well. I think I've done a power and a full from the floor. I also started out doing this as 1+1+1 with a jerk as well, but I swiftly gave up trying to do it with a jerk from, I think it was 110 kilos or maybe even 115, I'm not sure. But I missed it with 110 and I was like, I think I'd rather just give the jerks their time and place in the program by doing them on an upper body day with some behind the neck split jerks, and then another day just doing a full clean and jerk, rather than trying to, go crazy with the complex and worry about what I'm doing with the upper body. I think sometimes when there is that thought at the back of my mind, like I'm going to have to also jerk this after like a really heavy clean, it just means that you can't give the full clean or the full power clean, that part of the complex, the same intensity, if you catch my drift. So the 115 moved really, really well. Here is that. Caught the 115 incredibly high, and at that moment I knew I was going to be able to do 120 because it just felt super smooth. Always, whenever I'm doing powers and transitioning from a power into a full, the full is always way harder after the power versus if I'm just doing a set of full cleans. But that's the way it is for me at the moment. Yeah, so I missed 115. Probably could have, if I retried it at 115, done that, but hitting it with a jerk wasn't the main focus of the day. It was really just to see how heavy I could go on the first part of the complex, which was the power and the full. So here is that 120 kilo PR. Super happy with that. I wish the squats after this had gone as well as this had. It was a bit of a grind to stand it up, but it's a PR. It is what it is. Before I would have even struggled to just clean that for a single, and now I'm doing it with a power and a full, so I was super hyped about that. Then the aim after this point was to do a heavy single on the back squat. I tried 160, I hit 160. Tried 165, completely missed 165. I wasn't super pleased with how that 160 looked. I maybe was a bit too fatigued after that, so I just cut the back squat short there and decided to finish off with some heavy calf raises, just loading the bar up as heavy as possible, getting the combined benefit of loading up my nervous system with a super maximal weight, and then also doing some calf raises with it and getting some nice, decent stimulus for my calves as well. Kind of difficult to balance with that weight, but hey, it's all good practice. that is pretty much it for today's vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a comment down below if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next one.